What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today is day 207, July 26, 2025. Today, to start off the day, me and Valiant packed up the cars, but we're all packed up now, ready to go. We're just about to leave and head to Mississauga. It's about a 45-minute drive to the event, and then once we get there, we'll be good to go for the day. Now, once we get there, I'll probably end up going live off my glasses just to try to get some little content for you guys, and people who are awake this early can watch the live if they want. I'll be talking and stuff like that. So obviously, like, you won't necessarily see it in this video because it'll be today, but just to give you guys an idea of what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to live stream, but we're about to head out, and once we get there, we'll get some more content for you guys and try to get lots of content today because the hard part is recording. So we made it to the event. We got a bunch of pairs out, a bunch right here, and then we got our clothing rack. But I just threw on the glasses and we're gonna get stuff like displayed and we're gonna go live on Instagram at the same time. So should be fun. If you tune into the live, thank you in advance because you won't see this video until after, right? So thank you if you do tune in. So we're done at the event for today. We sold a decent amount of stuff, but nothing too crazy. A bit less than normal for big events, but still a decent amount. But we're at Montana's now. Some of the boys beat me here, so we're gonna rip in there and we're gonna go get some eats with them. Look, they're all fucking sitting here looking cute, waiting for me. And then Valiant. And we're back home from dinner with the boys. It was fun, but not fun. Because we kind of had a shitty experience, not gonna lie. Like, food and service-wise. Because some of the boys ordered, like, a mac and cheese. And it was just absolutely brutal. Like, it was not a mac and cheese at all. So that was, like, a complete shitter. And then the service was just fucking terrible. Like, I don't know if it's because we were a group of 6 guys or what, but, like, I think in the, like, hour and a half we were there, we got talked to once other than our order getting taken. And, like, it was to the point that Valiant got up and, like, found one of, like, the workers and was like, does anyone fucking work here? Like, he didn't say that, obviously, but he was like, hey, like, what's going on? And then we're like, about to leave, and I had got a spinach dip. So, like, usually when you buy spinach dip, is it not unlimited, like, bread until you run out of dip? I've never been to a place where it wasn't like that. So I asked, like, oh, is it, like, do I get more bread, or like what? Like, I didn't say it like that, but you know what I mean. You get the point. And they were like, oh no, it's extra. And I was like, okay, never mind then. Like, usually it's just free. And then, like, for whatever reason, they ended up just giving it to me after that. Like, they were like, oh, I'll just go get you one. Because I think they could tell, like, all of us were kind of pissed off and shit. So, like, he was just trying to do the least he could. Like, the server was nice, but he didn't come see us often. Like, so it was weird. And then they came out, like, okay, wait. And then, so he said he would go get the bread, right? And then, like, 10-15 minutes go by, and no one has came outside, to our table. There's, like, 20 workers working and, like, 10 tables filled. So, like, the workers are outnumbering the people who are there, and we're just barely getting talked to and stuff. So that was terrible. So Valiant had to get up again after like 10-15 minutes to be like, hey, we've been waiting for the bread for like 10-15 minutes. And the worker was like, oh, okay. And then literally within 2 seconds we had the bread. So it was sitting in the kitchen ready. And no one was working. Like, no one was working. That was the thing. Because literally, like, within 10 seconds of him saying, like, hey, can we get the bread in a to-go box? Within, like, 10 seconds, the bread was out. It was like, what the fuck?
Like, there's no way, like, at least act like it was still cooking. Like, at least sit in the back for a minute. Eh? Like, at least sit in the back for a minute and, like, act like it was still cooking.
Yeah, she didn't even try.
Like, she didn't even try to make it look like it was, like, it was so obvious.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And,
Literally
dude,
apologized
literally
before I said
every
anything.
time they came to our table, sorry for the wait. Like, well,
That's
then
all they
fucking
said,
come
yeah,
see
but it wasn't
us.
busy.
Like, come see us. There's, like, 10 tables in this fucking restaurant. But, like, and, like, three of the people got, like, a macaroni, mac and cheese thing, and it was not cheese. It was, like, just wet macaroni noodles with, like, buffalo chicken, because they added that to it. And 2 of them ate it all, but they didn't want to. They just didn't want to waste food. Like, they're respectful people. Oak Kicks and the 6 Sneakers, both really good guys. They're the 2 who just decided to eat the food and take the L. But the other guy was nice too about it. But it was just funnier because Darius, my buddy Sneaker Hub, he did not want anything to do with the mac and cheese, and he asked for a to-go box. And then after we leave, he's like, I don't even know why I asked for the box to go. And then he was like making a joke about taunting his sister. Oh no. Oh. His neighbor's so nice. He has to park in her driveway for a second just to, like, get pears out. And she came outside and she says, do you want me to move my car up a bit more so that you have more room? So you can just tell his neighbor's really nice. You can kind of hear her. She's like, you sure? Like, I don't mind. Like, you can just tell his neighbor's really nice, which is cool. That's what you want with your neighbors. Some people hate their neighbors, but can you hear? She's, like I said, like, I can pull it up and leave it here. I don't mind. She's, like, you can tell she's really nice. But I know I didn't get much content at the event just because, like, we were kind of busy all day. I did go live this morning, so a few people kind of popped in and saw that. And I talked to some of you guys. But it was honestly, like, it was pretty dead of an event. Like, the only sales I really had were bulk buyers. Like, it was all resellers pretty much. Like, there was no regular people. Like, and I feel like you kind of need, like, regular people to kind of have a good event, because if it's all resellers, 1, everyone is selling, and 2, the few people that are buying are paying you pennies. So what you do sell, you're selling for very little margin, or none, if any, just to make the trip worth it, right? So I honestly didn't have crazy margins this trip. I just ended up covering costs and making a little bit, which is still good. Like, it was fun to come down here and stuff, but I definitely set my expectations a bit high just because of, like, previous results that I had seen myself from being at the events, right? So I don't know, but we're gonna head inside after we unpack the car. And to make the video a bit longer, I'll ask Valiant if he wants to show you guys either his sneaker collection or his collectibles, because both of them are pretty fucking crazy. So whichever one I don't do tonight, I'll end up doing tomorrow at the beginning of the vlog. So yeah, we're gonna unpack the car and so we'll see which one he wants to do, you know?
All right, YouTube, we're gonna be showing the pop collection because apparently everybody's dying to see it. We've been getting like hundreds of comments, so we're gonna go through it.
Let's go.
We got some decent stuff. Cameraman, pan back a little bit. That's not a good enough angle.
I will. I just want to get the close-ups.
I'll basically go through it as he points, but this whole wall is all like miscellaneous stuff, random TV shows, animated stuff. There's some Scooby-Doo up here, Rugrats. There's a bunch of Walking Dead and Simpsons up at the top. Random stuff that wouldn't fit in other places. And then there's other WWE ones up here. I don't know if you showed that. But that Hardy Boys one's one of my favorites. I like that one.
Rip Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah, I didn't even.
Rip Hulk Hogan.
Then over here is just like a little section of some gaming stuff, bunch of random Fortnite pops. Back in the day, I used to be a big Fortnite guy. You know how it goes. Everybody had their Fortnite era. Some Apex stuff.
The Crash ones are cool, eh?
Crash, that's like some nostalgic stuff, you know what I mean? Even the Plants vs. Zombies, like they used to be shit back in the day.
Little setup right there.
Then this is the tiny little wall of DC stuff. A bunch of random Batman figures, mostly just Batman figures. The biggest set in here is all this animated series, all these orange boxes. That was like the only big DC set that I collected, but the rest of it's kind of random one-offs. Superman movie, imposter figures, kind of random stuff like that. 2-packs. There's like, they made random ones like that, Batman in a zebra suit, and yeah, one of them's broken. I think this. I dropped this off of a shelf and he got injured, so now he stands right there like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna try it with the flash on, so the lighting might be a bit weird, but
Yeah, it's a little messed up in here, but this whole room out here is all Marvel stuff. So this first shelf is all X-Men stuff, as you can see. Some random comic backs there. Those ones are cool, but those are mostly like some of the newer ones. A lot of this stuff we collected years ago, you know, so older ones down there. This one up here is one of the first X-Men ones, Dark Phoenix. Like that came out, that's probably from 2015. Couple random loose figures up there. That Thanos in the throne at the top is actually the only figure that I have no box for. Quick zoom in on Nightcrawler right there, got that. But this one's kind of just random, bigger size ones that wouldn't fit properly in other shelves.
Groot chilling with
Little
Spider-Man.
Groot guy. And there's a Star-Lord somewhere. Yeah, you see Star-Lord cut out up there. Some more Guardians of the Galaxy stuff, and then some gaming Marvel stuff. And then you're gonna see what we go to next, because
We
this
got
is
the
all
Stark Towers. Slow down,
that I
brother.
actually built with little cardboard pieces. That was like 400 little pieces of
Yeah.
cardboard.
Park up right
Nah,
here
don't zoom
with
in.
the
It's probably
boys.
dusty as shit. But this is all Fantastic Four now. Whole comic set. And then some movie stuff. Runaways, Ragnarok, random one-off Marvel movies. And then some zombies stuff. These ones are cool. If you don't know a lot about Marvel stuff, this is basically just like all your regular characters that you'd see, but if they were zombies. There's a whole storyline to it, but that's like the gist of it. This big rock guy in the middle there. And then up top, again, some random one-off ones, like a t-shirt pack and the Man Stan Lee. Some movie moments here in the middle. These ones were always cool to me because they're actually kind of posed instead of just standing there. But and down here's a lot of the classic ones. Like this was like your original set of Marvel stuff that came out 2015. A bunch of colored Deadpools, Spider-Man villains, random one-off villains, and then some kind of Avengers-ish shelf, if you had to call it. Comic style stuff, Spider-Man related characters, and then everything else on this shelf, yeah, is basically all Venom stuff. So kind of similar to the zombie stuff, it's just like your regular characters, but if Venom got inside of them and did bad things. Like everybody's favorite is this big Groot. People like him. There's a little one too, but got Ghost Rider there. The iconic meme pointing Spider-Man. Another one here people might know. These are like good movie moments from Infinity War.
Trying to
fighting.
make it not glare.
Yeah,
but
it's hard.
a bit hard.
It's hard with the flash, but the
Without
lighting's
the
not the
flash,
great.
yeah,
The lighting's not
that's-
the greatest in here, so
Gotta do what we gotta do, guys.
I'm gonna pull this out so you can kind of see more.
So many Funkos.
So this guy's got a Funko store in his basement.
Over here, this whole side is basically Avengers movies. So like Civil War, Endgame, Age of Ultron. It's kind of in order. Infinity War. But mostly Endgame figures because they did a bunch of those.
Oh, now we get into the good stuff. Right?
There's some comics and stuff, but yeah, that's basically it for the pops. Down on this shelf, yeah, so now you're starting to get to the other big thing that I collect in here, which is Marvel Legends. It's just these 6-inch action figures, Marvel figures. There's some Legos and shit scattered in there too, but we got some good ones. Oh yeah, that's the big Lego display. The big Spider-Man.
A little dusty, but don't mind the
Little
dust.
dusty. I haven't touched that one in probably about 6 months, to be fair.
Got all the people fighting.
Avengers set up down there. So now kind of getting more into the main display of the Marvel Legends. Got some random cosmic figures and a Guardians of the Galaxy setup with some older figures. And we got the big hitter, Galactus. This one is actually a crowdfunder, so you had to buy it like a year in advance, and everybody who bought it paid for it to be produced, and you didn't get it till like a year later. So that was a little frustrating, but I bought that during COVID time, and it was damn expensive. And it literally just came with this big guy and these two little figures, but you know, that's when the Serb checks were hitting, so life was a little different. No, for real. that helped Galactus a lot. And then we got a Fantastic Four family up here, little Spider-Man up there. You'll see a couple random Spider-Mans thrown in the different displays here. But now you're getting to the bread and butter of the room, which is the big Marvel Legends display. This whole top shelf here is all X-Men characters, basically just favorite versions of X-Men characters. Too much stuff to like kind of pick out. Maybe this guy stands out if anything because he talks. And then makes weird noises. I don't know. He has different voice boxes. Oh, my bad. But yeah, you could see there's a bunch of stuff. I did some custom stuff. His name is actually Nathan. With the gray hair. He's just like me. My name's Nathan. Got a little Wolverine shelf there. Wait, look, go up top here. I took the extra claws out of Wolverine's hand. Here, I can let me pop this open. At the top there, you can see I popped the extra claws out of Wolverine's hand, so it looks like he's flipping everybody off. I like that one. But yeah, a bunch of random Wolverines in there. And then some Deadpools and random one-off Spider-Man villains that didn't fit in the main display. Kind of another random one-off display. Some like Marvel Knight stuff and street level villains. And then my extra X-Men and Avengers figures. You're seeing all the extras before the main displays, which is actually kind of cool because now I'll pop this one open too. We got a super sick pair of Asics, actually, a Gel 8-3 that they did with Kith and Marvel. It was like a blind box. You could see the orange box in the bottom there. And you can get like 6 different colorways. They're all X-Men themed. One was like Storm, Beast, and all this different stuff. That one's the Cyclops one, as you could tell, because it's surrounded by Cyclops figures and a Cyclops card, which also actually came with the shoe. Just pretty neat. And then moving down, we got pretty much the main Spider-Man display, I would say, with some symbiote villains in the back, and then all the different suits there with some
Pizza, anyone?
Some pizza.
Looks like pepperoni and a bit cheesier pepperoni.
Well, one's burnt. This is original Avengers at the back there, and then your Hulk display. Everybody loves Hulk. And then a movie display more people might recognize figures from here, because this is stuff that you'd see not in the comics, but on the screen. Surtur from Ragnarok and Moon Knight, Professor X, Star-Lord, just to name a few. And then, if we're gonna pop over to the last shelf, we got a little X-Men display at the top, Strike Force set, all fucking up the Sentinel. You could see if you look close, the Sentinel's flipping them off. I don't know if you could tell. He should be, is he not? Yeah, he is. Look, you can see from over here.
It's zoomed.
Yeah, you can see, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, they used to do cool stuff like give them articulatable fingers, and they don't do that anymore, so I have to take advantage when they do. They're messing up him, and Apocalypse is in there too. And then we got a good Spider-Man villains display here. All the villains in the back, all going for Spider-Man. And then we got Mary and Gwen in the front. And Aunt May helplessly in the back. Scorpion is in there, I think. We got Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, all the big ones. And then some random one-off ones too. Then we got a little Avengers display. They're all trying to go for Thanos there. You can see Spider-Man up in the top corner. He's actually got, yeah, he's got the web right on the gauntlet there. They're all kind of smashing at it. I mean, that's the point at least. And then down there is kind of just a random X-Men display, kind of stuff that I couldn't put up at the top. He fell. But he didn't really fall. Like, I displayed him to look like he fell. I promise. He's always been laying like that, and he'll always lay like that. Because he's in a wheelchair, and I don't have his wheelchair. So I can't make him stand. That'd be crazy. Birds, this is a full set of X-Men cards from 92, I think, that I actually opened boxes to pull. This was during COVID time when I was really into these, but I bought a bunch of sealed boxes, and I pulled them all to get these two sets. Like, you can see this board over here too. So that one there's all the heroes. It was missing one because it fell off. That's Kitty Pryde. She's somewhere. And then this one's all the villains, which some of these cards were incredibly hard to get. They're only worth about $3 each, but I opened like hundreds of dollars worth of boxes trying to pull them because I wanted to pull them myself. Pretty sure I got a giant sized X-Men on here somewhere. Best comic of all time. Right there. My favorite ever. That's like the introduction of the New Age X-Men as we know it. Got a little arcade here.
Fire.
That's about it. I think I've taken up enough of your guys' time, and I have enough editing for Kieran to do now, editing out all my yapping. So I think we're wrapping up the collection video here.
But that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. We had a pretty busy day today. We had the event, and then we went out for supper, and then we had to unpack and everything. Like, we left the house at like 8 a.m. maybe, and we didn't get back till like 10:30, maybe even 11. But it was a good day today. Sold, like I said, it was pretty dead, but like the people who were buying were bulk buyers, so it somewhat made up for it. Not really. Like, you kind of know what I mean, because like you still end up selling stuff, but you don't really make much, so it's not as worth it. But it was still fun to come down and stuff like that.
Here for the vibes. I had fun.
But I think in the future I'll either come to buy or I'll only come to sell at like SneakerCon type thing, just because it was like, you could tell it was a better experience if you were buying, because you could get like a lot better deals and whatnot. But we had quite a bit go down, and we also showed you guys Nate's collection. But tomorrow we'll show you guys his shoe collection, and I might drive back tomorrow, might drive back Monday. I haven't really made up my mind yet, but we'll see. We'll see what we would do tomorrow if I didn't drive back, or how traffic would be if I did. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and edit up the vlog and head to bed after I shower because the rain like completely greased up my hair, and I think it did the same for everyone else because it rained at the end of the event and everyone's shoes were getting soaked and stuff like that.
I want to be in your outro.
With the ketchup. But that's all we got going on today. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell down below to get notified every day about our daily vlogs. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. See what we got going on tomorrow for you guys. All we got for today. Lacedbyhook signing out. Peace.